Feel like Michael Chandler, lad, training with no top on.
See you at the top.
He's a unit, isn't he? He's a little...
He is a unit.
He's going to try and come out and knock me head off. You know what I mean? Yeah. I do think he is one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC. He comes out and he tries to absolutely take your head off, swinging overhands, left hooks, like a punch, a kick, a knee, an elbow, anything as he steps in and brings all his weight forward and leans into a shot. I think I could knock him out. I also think I could TKO him with leg kicks, but I don't think he's going to try and take me down.
Yeah.
He knows I'll submit him.
As Paddy Pimblett gears up for his bout against Michael Chandler. Recent training clips have sparked concerns among fans about the threat he might pose in the octagon. Weighing in on the matchup, Corey Sandhagen shared his thoughts, calling it a compelling fight. While acknowledging Chandler's age compared to Pimblett, Sandhagen still leaned toward Chandler as his pick to win.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, this is an interesting one, too. I'm going to probably go to Michael, I guess. Yeah, Michael Chandler, I guess, even though he is kind of in the same position where he's a little bit older than Paddy, but I'll go Michael for that one.
YF Zell admits his take might sound bold, but he's backing Paddy in this one. He believes Paddy has what it takes to bring Chandler to the ground and either control him there or secure a submission.
Bro, this might be crazy, but I think I'm going to go with Paddy. I think I'm going to go with Paddy just because of the jiu-jitsu. I think he can take him down and just hold him down or submit him.
Julian Erosa described the matchup as a challenging one to call, pointing out how much Paddy has evolved since their last encounter, sees the bout as a close contest between grappling and wrestling, giving the edge in ground submissions to Paddy, crediting Chandler's superior wrestling. If the fight stays standing, Julian believes Chandler has the power to finish it with a knockout. But if it hits the mat and Paddy takes control, a submission could be in play. Ultimately, Julian gave a slight edge to Chandler due to his knockout potential.
That one's a tough one as well. Obviously Paddy was an old foe of mine. He's a completely different fighter than he was when I fought him. But I think it's going to be a coin toss on who's on the wrestling versus the grappling. Paddy's got better grappling. Chandler's got better wrestling. So if Chandler keeps it on the feet, I think Chandler gets a knockout. And I think if Paddy's able to, get him down and pick his back, I think he can submit him. So it's either Paddy by submission or Chandler by knockout.
Which is more likely? What do you think actually happens?
So I think it's a close one. I'm going to probably go with Chandler with the knockout.
Austin Vanderford shared his prediction for the matchup between Chandler and Paddy, siding with Michael Chandler. While he gave credit to Paddy's grappling skills, Vanderford believes Chandler's experience and ability to neutralize those threats will make the difference. He feels that Chandler's striking power and stand-up game might simply overwhelm Paddy in the end.
Man, Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett. I'm going to go Michael Chandler on it. Paddy, of course, great grappling. I think Michael Chandler will do a good job at kind of nullifying that. And the power in Michael's hands and in the stand-up, I think, will be a little too much.
Cody Brundage shared his thoughts on the Chandler versus Paddy matchup, noting that most people are expected to side with Chandler. Still, he highlighted Paddy's size advantage for the division and praised his grappling skills and ability to use his range effectively. Brundage recalled how many had counted Paddy out against Bobby Green, only for Paddy to cruise through the bout with surprising ease. In his view, Paddy's youth and skill set could give him the edge. Cody's pick? He's backing Paddy to get the job done.
Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett. The thing is, everyone will say Michael Chandler, but Paddy Pimblett is big, man. He's a big dude. He's huge for the division. He has really good grappling. He does a great job of fighting long. I think everybody thought Bobby Green was going to piece Paddy up, and he went in and made that fight look pretty easy. He's young. I think Paddy gets it done. Elijah Smith called it a highly entertaining matchup and shared his belief that Chandler has the power to finish Paddy with a knockout.
No, this is a really good fight. I think Chandler could actually put Paddy away to knock him out.
Jose Delgado admitted he was initially skeptical about Paddy Pimblett's abilities, but the performance against Bobby Green changed his perspective. While he's now more impressed with Paddy, he remains unconvinced about Michael Chandler's overall skill set.
Paddy Pimblett, I never gave him credit, and then after the Bobby Green fight, I was like, he's pretty good. I don't think too highly of Chandler.
Paddy Pimblett's recent training clips in preparation for his bout with Michael Chandler have caught the attention of fans, sparking both excitement and debate. His improvements in both striking and grappling suggest he's gearing up to deliver a major test for Chandler, possibly even a standout performance.
Be like Michael Chandler, lad, saying him in no chopper. See you at the top. He's a unit, isn't he? He's a little...
He is a unit.
He's gonna try and come out and knock me head off. You know what I mean? I do think he is one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC. He comes out and he tries to absolutely take your head off, swinging overhands, left hooks.
In the latest training clips, Paddy can be seen pushing himself to the edge, delivering crisp, powerful strikes and seamlessly blending his stand-up with ground transitions. His intensity and commitment are clear, with a strong emphasis on both conditioning and technical precision. It's evident that he's preparing thoroughly for the high-stakes clash with Chandler.
Like a punch, a kick, a knee, an elbow, anything as he steps in and brings all his weight forward and leans into a shot. I think I could knock him out. I also think I could TKO him with leg kicks. But I don't think he's going to try and take me down. Yeah. He knows I'll submit him.
Henry Sudo shared his view that a victory in Paddy Pimblett's next bout could significantly boost his standing in the division. According to Cejudo, such a win might fast-track Paddy toward title contention and solidify his place among the division's elite.
Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. If Paddy Pimblett gets the job done, come on. If he gets the job done, Paddy Pimblett could potentially skip that line and go all the way to the front and potentially be the next title challenger. What do you think, man? Am I crazy, cuz?
Achimaru Usman offered a contrasting opinion, suggesting that a win over Michael Chandler wouldn't automatically justify a title shot for Paddy Pimblett. He noted that top contenders like Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier have already beaten Chandler, implying that a single victory over him shouldn't be enough to vault Paddy into title contention.
If Paddy Pimblett gets past Michael Chandler, that does not warrant a title shot. When Charles Oliveira has gotten past Michael Chandler, Justin Gaethje has gotten past Michael Chandler. So that Dustin Poirier has gotten past Michael Chandler. That does not warrant a title shot.
Paddy's coach shared that his view of the fighter differs from the public narrative. While many have formed their own opinions about Paddy, his coach chooses to stay quiet and let the work speak for itself, staying focused on silencing the doubters through results, not words.
I don't look at him the same way other people look at him, so they're going to have their opinions and I have my opinions. The difference between my opinions and their opinions is I keep my opinions to myself and just keep proving them wrong. Yeah.
Reimer described Paddy as having the mentality of a true champion, always confident in his abilities and fully believing in his chances to win. Unlike many fighters who struggle with nerves leading up to a bout, Paddy embraces the pressure. While others get caught up in the stress of preparation, his mindset stays locked on the fight itself, fully determined to take control inside the cage.
Paddy's got a very elite mindset. He doesn't falter or waver in how he feels about beating someone in a fight. He's not the person that I worry about when it comes to that sort of stuff. And I'll say this, and
is that what sets him apart, do you think?
I'll tell you what sets him apart. Most fighters worry about fighting. Paddy loves fighting. That's the biggest thing I can say about him. Like, everyone's like, oh, training camp, you know, blah, 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 and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, he just wants to get in there and absolutely tear the other person apart. Yeah. That's what gets him excited.
As the matchup with Michael Chandler approaches, Paul expressed that a win could significantly elevate Paddy's career. He views it as a possible launchpad toward facing top contenders like Charles Oliveira, and maybe even earning a shot at the title against Islam Makhachev. Still, Paul made it clear that their focus remains firmly on the task at hand, not getting ahead of themselves with future possibilities.
I think it unlocks the steps that needs to grow his career even more. Yeah, you know, win over Michael Chandler might mean a fight against the Charles Oliveira and potentially maybe a title fight against Islam, you know. Yeah. I don't like looking too far ahead. It's like one fight at a time. I'm aware of the possibilities and what may come across, but, you know, we've got a job to do and that's what we're all focused and dialed in on at the moment.
Mike Perry weighed in on the highly anticipated bout between Michael Chandler and Paddy Pimblett, calling it a meaningful and entertaining clash. He pointed out Chandler's impressive submission defense, referencing his performance against Bobby Green. At the same time, Perry acknowledged Chandler's tendency to absorb shots, which could give Paddy a chance to capitalize with his boxing. Should the fight hit the mat, Perry noted that Paddy's jiu-jitsu could become a major factor.
Michael Chandler and Paddy Pimblett, that's a big one. I think it's a good fight though because Chandler will have more submission defense, say Bobby Green did. Chandler is hittable in my opinion, so Paddy may poke him and box him. If it does go to the ground, Paddy's had some good jiu-jitsu.
James Lynch shared his prediction for the Chandler versus Paddy bout, leaning toward Chandler as the likely winner. While he admitted that Chandler has a tendency to make critical mistakes which could turn the tide, Lynch still gave him the advantage, suggested that if things go according to plan, Chandler could finish the fight with a knockout in the 4th round.
Don't get me wrong, Chandler could fight dumb in this fight and lose. That could certainly happen. But at the end of the day, the overall body of work tells me Chandler should win this fight. Like I said, he can tag Pimblett, he can knock him out. It's 5 rounds. The chances of a finish are more likely in a fight like this. Chandler's got more 5-round experience as far as training for it and even going the distance than Paddy Pimblett does. I think that works in his favor too. I just think you got 5 rounds to knock out Paddy Pimblett. I think Chandler's the guy to do it. So I'm going Chandler by 4th round knockout to get it done over Paddy Pimblett. Going to go against the grain a little bit here, and I'm taking.
What's your take on this matchup? You think Paddy has what it takes to pull off the win? Or will Chandler's experience be the difference? Drop your opinions in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fight breakdowns and updates.